there's a ball hit here.
Are you warm enough you can take your jacket off?
Pitcher waits to go get it, right? Is that the right side we want him? Or do we want him facing the other way, throw it the other way?
No, he's fine.
It is?
Let's see, Timothy. You remember if there's nobody on base, let's say William's going to make a throw to first.
Warm it up.
Might want to help cover first.
We'll take all three sides.
All three sides, okay.
Wait first. Good. Good job. Throw it into the catcher here. All right, one out. Plays it first. Good job backing up. All right.
Fail my mechanics.
We'll get to you later.
Yeah. There you go. Normally we would do second base or right field. Okay. I mean, if the right field is playing in.
Hey, Timothy, on that throw, run behind first base in case there's an overthrow. If there's nobody on base, that's what you got to do is cover that. Try that again. Run behind first base, Timothy.
Run. Good. You're going to run.
And then, Jay, you got to cover second. Timothy's way over
You're
there.
right back here. Wait for the ball and overthrow, okay?
First base. Good job, Timothy. Excellent job, buddy. Way to back it up. Good throw, William. All right, 2 outs. Plays it first. Ooh. Nice way to get in front of it, William. Good throw. Good job, Timothy. That was great. Christopher, nice. Good job, Big C. All right, no outs. Nobody on base.
Good catch.
Way to knock it down. Hold on to that ball. That's good. That's good. Good play, Eric. No, there's going to be no play on that one. Way to knock it down, Jay. Throw. Plays it first.
Make sure you always go first, Christopher. If it's up in the air, odds are second baseman's going to get first, okay? So unless it's, say about here, you go straight first. It's a hard ground ball. Around here, you try to get it. Make sure when you're stepping, you're already open. Go first.
Who's got the
There
ball?
you go.
All right, William, remember to cover first.
Oh.
That's all right. Good job. First.
Coach has got the high-tech equipment out here.
We went to that meeting today, and they said, you take pictures of them so they can see
I missed it.
the doctor who pitched at Princeton, and he was talking about, heck, I forget what his name was, but
Can I talk with a lisp a little bit?
no, but he's a spinal surgeon at Athens Orthopedic.
Dr. Mickle?
I don't remember. his name.
Sexton.
Yeah,
There
I
you
think
go.
so.
Yeah. I got it.
And
Black guy.
no, white guy,
Oh, what did he say?
about 42, 43.
Anyway, all right.
But he
So
was.
what was it, a coach's clinic or something?
And it was at North Coney High School, and it was just he was doing the biomechanics of pitching.
All right.
And
I
since
need
I know
that.
nothing about that.
I don't either, really. I mean, I have no clue. I don't know what to tell him.
And what he did, he was taking it from a scientific point of view. He'd done a whole bunch of studies and said that, many things empirically, you know it because you've watched it.
Right.
This is the stuff that he has numbers to prove.
Right.
He has numbers to prove that when you step, if you turn toe in just a little bit, it's better than actually being straight or toed out.
Okay.
That when you land, your shoulders want to be parallel to where you're throwing.
Okay.
And the 90-degree angle of your arm is what's important regardless of how you're throwing, whether you're throwing over the top or on the side.
Right.
Because all of your throw comes from your butt and your back.
You drive.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was the kind of thing he was talking about. What I'm trying to do is give all my kids a picture of what they're doing
Right.
so that we can tell them all
day. Yeah.
but you're not open.
Yeah.
But they don't understand what open is unless they can see themselves doing it.
Right.
So that's my thought.
So what team do you guys
We're
have?
Blunt Heating and Air.
Okay.
And we're just trying to figure out who's going to play where.
Yeah. Well, with my experience, which you probably already know this,
I'd love your
I'll
experience,
go ahead and give you
'cause
my-
I have none.
I'll go ahead and give you my tips here. I've coached in the minors. This would be my third year. And I coached year before that in the machine kids and coached 2 fall ball teams. So I've had several teams. But this league right here, the most important thing is controlling the ball.
Yeah.
And when they start throwing the ball around,
Yeah.
that's when the runners go.
Yeah, we had that
And
conversation
then the
yesterday.
opposite, right? And then the opposite goes for when you guys are on base and you're base running. You've got to be paying attention. If you see that they're going to be throwing it over or whatever, that's the key that I've seen to this league is controlling the ball. And if they don't know where to go with the ball, because that's going to happen. Hell, sometimes I don't even know where to tell them to go with the ball.
Right.
I'm like, okay, you got a guy on second and nobody on first, nobody on third. You're going to be trying. But if they don't know what to do with the ball, get it to the pitcher.
Right.
Call time.
Can we call time, or do we have to look a runner back?
Well, I'm pretty sure that once you have control of the ball, and then you can confirm this before each game with each umpire.
Right.
And we'll go over the rules before we start. But basically, if they're in that circle, if they're in that mound and have control of the ball, they call time. Plays open.
Okay.
Now, if they've got a runner halfway,
Right. They're going to give them the
They're
base.
going to have to go right. They're going to have to, but
At least run at the runner. And
right.
Make
Then
the runner commit to something.
also, most important positions out here, pitcher and catcher.
Yeah.
Right? When it's a pass ball, all right, on the machine, and this is a weird one, but it makes sense. On the machine, the ball can get past the catcher, and you don't advance. Okay. But once they take the machine off the field, because what we'll be doing is we'll have the machine the first 2 innings, and then we take it away.
Okay.
Right? And then halfway through the season, if the pitching is good enough, all right, and
We'll get rid of the machine altogether.
Right. Right. Now that's something that we haven't confirmed, but that's something that Gavin and I have talked about. That's something that I've seen. But if we get, say you come to me, 4, 5, 6 games into the season, and you say, Todd, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? Then we'll basically just make that decision at that time. Because if you only have 1 or 2 kids that can pitch, then you really need more than that. I know your Bengals going to be
Bengals going to pitch. Story's going to pitch.
So if you got now back to the pitching and the catching. If you've got once the machine goes off, okay, a pass ball live, okay, they're gone. Same thing with the catcher getting the ball back to the pitcher. If it's a passed ball past the pitcher, live ball, gone. You know what I mean? So this is how we got a bad reputation. Was sending guys when they didn't have control of the ball.
But that's the rule.
Exactly. And we would have a kid that would just maybe even walk to first base, and then the next thing you know, he's
on third.
going.
Yeah.
He's crossing the plate, because he was paying attention to his coaches and was paying attention to what was going on, and they didn't have control and weren't paying attention.
In this particular league, we're competitive. We're trying to win. I know in the majors you're trying to win.
Right. This one, not as much, but it is getting a little bit. But last year, we got a little bit too competitive last year. They want us to back off a little bit.
Okay.
But we had some dang knockdown, drag out games last year, though. So it's hard to not be competitive, and of course wanting to play to win. But, well, here's a perfect example. My first year coaching in this league, it was all machine, 0-13, my first year coaching. And the first game we won was the first game of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And that was our season, So we went to the next, I believe we made it to the championship game of the playoffs and lost. So it just proved to our team that, hey, we lost every single game during the season, every single game. Didn't win one.
Yeah,
but we had fun, and they learned how to play baseball. And it wasn't because they were that horrible. It just didn't ever happen for us. We just didn't ever win, And then finally at the end of the year, we started winning.
You gonna live?